So welcome to another episode of Life's Messy, Live Happy, the show where I answer questions from you. So I have Concerned HR in Omaha sent me a question. We are moving into a new space within the year, and there's a lot of turmoil on where people will be sitting, what kind of desk they'll have, who gets what office. And their question is, how can we help the employees shift their focus to the exciting new opportunities instead of the negatives of changing from the norm? You leaders need to help people shift their focus and manage the energy. I often say that leaders don't manage people as much as they manage the energy of people. And we need to manage energy away from why we can't and why we shouldn't have to and why it's not my preference to what are we trying to create and how can you step up and skillfully move in that direction? How can you deliver? So as a leader, you're just always moving from don't focus here, focus there. And that's really the answer to this question. I want you to focus on managing energy away from what I prefer to what will help us deliver what the business needs. And you can do this in a whole lot of ways. When people come up to you and go, well, I just am worried about where I'm going to sit, just say, you know what? Don't want you to focus there. I want you to focus on how we arrange ourselves to best deliver on the business. Well, I don't like, and I heard that they got this. Whoa. Not a place to focus. That's about your personal comfort and preference. We don't make decisions based on that. We make decisions on what we need the business to deliver and how to organize ourselves in the best way possible to make it happen. Something like a move is a great assessment for where your team is in terms of their own ego, in terms of fighting for their own preference over the potential of what we could create for the company. And so I want you to focus not on how do we change reality and get things situated for your comfort, but how we can grow you so that you can bring your own comfort to whatever place you end up. Like, how do you make your comfort portable and dependent on yourself? So this is the perfect time to say, we have this upcoming move. The temptation is to focus on how to get the office you want and the place you want where you feel most comfortable. But I, as a leader, am going to help you get more skillful and less dependent on your circumstances, because I want you to be able to wander the world freely without being dependent on where your desk happens to be this day. So this is the opportunity to tell your people, I need you to grow and develop in your flexibility, your openness, your ability to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, your grace, your support, your tolerance, your ability to let go. You have a year to develop your people to a place that they are unfazed by, where they sit, who has an office, any of those details. This is important, folks, because I think it was Mark Twain that said, comparison is the source of all discontent. Tattling, scorekeeping, that's all work of the ego. Move beyond ego, which is stop. What can you do to help? Stop. What do you know for sure? Well, if they get this office, this means that. We've determined they'll have this office. This means that. That's a story you add. Suffering's optional. Why would you go there? Keep calling people back to be accountable to the truth. Now, the ability to move your offices without being drama is basically kind of a core job requirement, don't you think? If you can't move with a year's notice and without drama, how do we think that you're capable of taking our business where it needs to go into the future? Like, you're feeling the small stuff, and I was about to trust you with the big stuff. And you know what? All of this is ego moves. Where I sit, what window I have, who's more important, what it means, where I'm comfortable, that is all ego. And preference shouldn't trump potential. I worked with a group, they were getting ready to move, and everybody was saying things like, moving is so hard. And I wasn't sure about that. So I did this cool research where I looked at and tested the readiness of individuals for the move. What's readiness? Did they use intra-office messaging, or did they need a door where they could only have verbal conversation and talk loudly on the phone? Were they low drama, or did they need a door that would close so that they could talk poorly about other people? Were they technologically savvy? I tested all this readiness. And basically in their own personal lives, how up to date were they? They moved, and then at 3 and 6 months, I surveyed their perception of how hard the move was. And guess what, folks? The move was hard, but only for the unready. The people that scored less in capability, skill set, readiness were the ones that found the move so hard. So unfortunately, concerned in HR, this move is revealing to you how coddled your people have been, how you have let ego and preference forego potential. This isn't about engagement, because you're not offering them horrid places to work. You're offering them brand new, fabulous offices. So I need you to up the game, and don't you dare coddle the people. Don't you dare let them skip this upgrade. They need to develop the competencies necessary where they can move and bring their own comfort with them. So your assignment is to focus on their development so that they can get good at creating their own comfort for themselves wherever they are, that they can grow beyond this need for everything stacked in their favor. It's going to be awesome, because their future is going to be better, because through this experience, you've mined it for learning, and they're going to be able to move into the future not dependent on having the same desk equal to someone else like they've always had. You're going to free them up from the past so they can move boldly into the future.